Hello everybody, it's Pie Day again. Today we're doing chicken pot pie version 2 or chicken pot pie the sequel. So what we're doing today, we're making the classic American chicken pot pie, but our sauce will not be cream based. Our sauce will be dark chicken stock based. So effectively we've got a lovely rich chicken gravy with our chicken and vegetables. So shall we run through the ingredients? First of all, we have some cooked chicken breast. I've cut this in around about 3/4 inch dice. Here I've got some beautiful rich dark chicken broth. We've got some butter here, some flour. This will we'll be able to fry our vegetables in the butter. And obviously we'll be adding our flour to make almost a roux with the vegetables in. And then over here, I'm going to just zoom over here now. Let's zoom in really close so we can see exactly what we've got. I've got some beautiful medium diced onion. I've got some fresh thyme from the garden, some sage from the garden, some rosemary from the garden. I've got some minced garlic, some onion granules or onion powder, a few peas, a few green beans chopped once again about 1/2 inch. I've got some fine dice celery there, including the leaves. I adore leaves on the celery in my casseroles and my sauces. And then we've got a fine dice fresh carrot. At the front here I've got just a tablespoon of tomato puree that's going to give us a nice glossy finish to our sauce. So we've had a little look at the ingredients. It's time to start making the wonderful base gravy for the pie. So I'm melting the butter in the wok, and we're using a wok because the viewpoint for the camera is much better with a big wide pot. Let's get our onion, fresh herbs and garlic. I will, in the description, put the dried equivalent if you guys don't have access to fresh herbs. I'm going to be honest, I don't think it makes a great deal of difference to the end flavour of the gravy. I'm just going to cook this for about a minute or two, and then we're going to throw in the rest of the vegetables. Okay, in go the green beans. And all we're going to do now is stew those vegetables in the butter, the herbs and the garlic for about 10 to 12 minutes. If you want to put a lid on, you can, but obviously please turn the flame down. So it took about 12 to 13 minutes to get our vegetables nicely cooked. I'm going to pop in our tomato paste, and I'm going to pop in the onion granules. The only thing I wouldn't use is onion salt. Just give those a little bit of a mix round. Now we're going to add the flour to make our vegetable based roux. In goes the flour. Don't forget the exact measurements of everything we're going to need to make these pies is in the description below. And we're just going to work the flour into our buttered veggies. Do this over a very, very low heat, by the way. Give it about a minute or two, cooking it over a low flame, and then we're going to start adding our fantastic chicken broth. And as you can see, the flour is pretty much not visible anymore. So I'm going to increase the flame to medium and start to add our chicken broth. So after dividing our chicken broth into 4 equal amounts, we're going to add the first amount now. And we're going to mix that through until all the liquid has disappeared and we've got our paste back again. Obviously that paste eventually will become our gravy. So we're going to mix this until our paste returns. And this will take probably a couple of 3 minutes. Depends on how high your flame is. And the thing is, if the flame's too high, there's more of a chance that we'll burn the sauce. And if we burn the sauce, the flavour will be completely different than we want it. It will start to taste slightly bitter and we'll get that awful burnt flavour in our gravy. So as you can see, the paste is back. Our liquid has disappeared. It's mixed itself into our paste, and now we can add another batch of liquid. So our wonderful chicken gravy is now ready. Once it's cooled, refrigerate for a few hours until completely set, or even better, overnight. So our sauce has cooled nicely, as you can see. It's quite set. We're going to mix the chicken, cooked chicken, into our cool chicken gravy. And once it's mixed in, we can then make the pies. Hopefully we can get a close-up on that just to show you how beautiful that filling is. So in order to make 12 pies, you'll need one batch of my best ever shortcrust pie pastry. The link to that video, which is on the channel, is in the description below. So it's time to assemble the pies now. Slightly larger than a golf ball piece of pastry. Roll it out to about a quarter inch thick. A little bit of flour on the work surface is essential. Our foil container. Secure your pastry sheet inside the container with your thumbs. Take off the surplus pastry. We won't be needing that. Fill it with beautiful chicken pie filling, and then brush the outside with a little bit of water. Then it's time to pop the lid on. Once again, about a golf ball size piece of pastry, roll it out quarter inch thick, and then on it goes. And we need to secure it down with our thumbs, and then we're going to cut a little bit of the pastry off. We still need to leave about half an inch dangling over the side, because we're going to give this a lovely traditional crimping finish to the pie. And we're going to do that with our index fingers and our thumbs. If you look really closely, hopefully we'll get a close-up in a second. There we are. You can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm crimping the pastry with the index finger and the thumb. Brush really well the top of the pie with a little beaten egg. If required, you can pop a little figurine of pastry on top for identification purposes. Don't forget to re-stab it again in case the egg has blocked our holes. A bit of salt and pepper, and it's ready for the oven. Don't forget all the oven temperatures and times will be in the description below. Look at those pies, golden brown, absolute perfection. Really fabulous, not really that difficult if you follow the video intricately. Here's the pies. I'm going to examine the base of the pie and the side of the pie to see if it's cooked nicely before cutting it in half, because we need to see the inside of the filling. And how about that? Crumbly pastry, chunks of chicken and fresh vegetables in the most amazing roast chicken gravy. Hey everyone, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Like, share, comment, drop me a line. Let's have a little bit of a chat. Also, press the notification bell. You'll be notified of my next video offering. I'm going to get stuck into this pie. Absolutely fantastic.